Shalom, brothers and sisters. This is your brother Yazriela from the Northern Kingdom, bringing some edification for you Negro, Latino, and Indigenous who are the biblical Israelites. And before we start, we want to give all praise and honor to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Brakatam, Rakakadash, that Yahweh, being the name of the Lord, not Jehovah, or Gad, or Yah, or Ahaya, it's Yahweh, the creator of all the ancient days. Bahasham is in the name of, and Yahushai is the one you guys call Jesus or the Christ, signally speaking. And we give double honors to our elders in GMS. We learn this truth. Shalom to the apostles, the bishops, and to the men down on the highways and byways, giving the 100% truth. Shalom to you and your households. And shalom to the elect, Labakar and the Hebrew. They're about to be saved. Shalom to you. And shalom to the speckled birds among the heathen nations that look like the heathen nations, but return to the house of Israel and are being edified by these videos. Shalom to you. So what's the date today? The date today is February 1st of 2025, the year of our hopeful salvation and the judgment of Esau, as Elder Tahar has put it. We are in those days, brothers and sisters. We are in the last days, right? America is running out of tomorrows. The day that these days were what prophets have wanted to see. So be glad that you are seeing them, and keep yourself prayed up, man. Keep that faith up, because we're going to have to go through it. This last month, there was so much going on. I mean, so much went on. Everything went out with a bang of the year. Planes crashing, constellations, people driving cars, build all kinds of stuff, right? It just started with craziness already in the new year. The new year according to Esau, right? And planes have been falling out of the sky like like flies, man. Just crazy. So this just beginning of 2025 has been off the chain, all right? But I wanted to speak about a particular event in the book of Acts. And it's Acts 26, when Paul was arrested and taken in chains, and Agrippa had basically, like when you go to jail, there's a judge that's going to rule over you. So he says something that a lot of Christians, see, Paul, he was, he wanted Agrippa to be a Christian, right? And we have to understand the tense that the situation was. Remember, Paul was running for his life. Paul was going here, going there, hiding there, because he was preaching the truth, and the Jews wanted to kill him. Remember, he got stoned and went to the third heaven. Okay, so it's not like they didn't succeed, just the situation we're in. And Paul had to deal with all this. Remember, Paul was shipwrecked, all kinds of stuff, chained up, all kinds of stuff. Just this whole story is a is a movie in itself. So let's go to the scripture and get some understanding, right? This is Acts 26, verse 28. Then Agrippa, so Agrippa is who's judging, was going to judge, right? And Agrippa is a so-called Edomite, because, not because I say so, everybody knows that Agrippa's an Edomite. That's why they bring this verse up, right? Well, hey, Paul wanted him to be a Christian, brother, right? Then Agrippa said unto Paul, almost thou persuadest me to be a Christian? Verse 29, and Paul said, I would to God that not only thou, but also all that hear me this day were both almost and altogether such as I am, except these bonds. And he said, yeah, I want you to be a Christian. Why did Paul say that? Well, you have to see his situation he's in. Paul's in dire straits, man. He's in dire straits. And he's using wisdom, cunningness. Remember, Paul was known for using guile. Look that up. Okay? But this is not the first person that does this in the history of the nation of Israel. Our forefathers did this. So we're going to prove and go to these scriptures. And because people say, well, Paul's a liar then. No, he was using what? Wisdom. What the Lord gave him. The meat between the ears, right? So let's go to that. Because, like I said, Paul wasn't the first one and he ain't the last one. Because our forefathers used wisdom. This is Abraham, okay? This is Genesis 20 and verse 2. So remember, Abraham, after Sodom and Gomorrah, he had to go south because there was a drought. And Abraham said of Sarah, his wife, she is my sister. Right? Because he's going traveling, and Sarah is a beautiful woman. So he say, look, just say you're my sister. And he goes, okay, no problem. And Abraham said to Sarah, his wife, she is my sister. And Abimelech, king of Gerar, sent and took Sarah. Because Sarah was a beautiful woman, so the king gets the best, right? And obviously he said, that's my sister. So, cool, you know. Verse 3, but God came to Abimelech in a dream by night and said to him, behold, thou art but a dead man for the woman which thou hast taken, for she is a man's wife. So that's some heavy stuff right there off the bat, right? Let's continue reading. Let me see. But Abimelech had not come near her. He hadn't touched Sarah. He just took her, right? Get her ready for a wedding, whatever. Get her dressed up. And he said, Lord, wilt thou slay also a righteous nation? Said he not unto me? Said he not unto me, she is my sister. So he said, yo, this guy said that was his sister, man. What's going on here? And she herself said, he is my brother. In the integrity of my heart. Right, because that's what people, God knows my heart, right? And innocence of my hands have I done this. And God said unto him in a dream, yeah, I know that thou did this in the integrity of thy heart, right? Well, I know your heart, your wicked heart, Negro. What you talking about, man? For I also withheld thee from sinning against me. Therefore suffer I thee not to touch her. Now therefore restore the man his wife, for he is a prophet, and he shall pray for thee, and thou shalt live. But if thou restore her not, know that thou shalt surely die, thou and all are thine. So even its people were going to die, like, oh my God. And this is our forefather. This is a patriarch. Abraham. Patriarch. Abraham, how dare you lie? Why did you do this? He was using cunningness. He was using wisdom to survive. That's not against the law. There's no law that says you can't do this to anybody outside the nation of Israel, right? So again, this is being said. So let's get one more verse. Oh, no, more than one more verse here. Let's get, is it 20 or 21? Yeah, 21, 13. Okay. And this is David. This is King David when Saul was looking for him to kill him. Okay? This is our forefather David. 1 Samuel 21 and 13. And he changed his behavior before them and feigned himself mad in their hands. So he made himself look crazy. And scrabbled on the doors of the gate and let his spittle fall upon his beard. So David started acting all crazy because they saw him. So I think somebody recognized him, right? And they were going to take him to the king to get him, Saul to get him, right? Then said Achish unto his servant, Lo, you see the man is mad? Wherefore then have you brought him to me? Have I need of a madman, that you have brought this fellow to play the madman in my presence? Shall this fellow come into my house? So David wasn't a madman, but he acted mad to get out of the situation he was in. This is David using wisdom, cunningness to get out of the situation. To what does it say? So I could live to fight another day, right? There's another. Remember, this is account number 2. Now let's go to another one. Let's use Paul himself, because Paul is known for being cunning. Okay, what was that? Okay, let me see. Let me see. I think it's Salaki, brothers. It just came to me. So we got to give the full sense here. Yeah. Here it is. Cool. Okay. All right, and this is Paul using wisdom here once again. This is Acts 16 and 37. But Paul said unto them, they have beaten us openly, uncondemned, being Romans. Remember, Paul's an Israelite, but he has Roman citizenship. So he's saying what? They beat us up and we're fellow Romans. They can't do that because they didn't know they were Romans, right? They have beaten us openly, uncondemned, because they can't put hands on a fellow Roman citizen without being judged, without getting that the white stone. You're innocent. You get that black stone, you're guilty, right? Condemned being the Romans, and have cast us into prison. So, he's going to make it a big ordeal, being loud, so everybody can hear him. And now do they trust us out privily? Nay, verily, but let them come themselves and fetch us out. Right? So he was making a fuss. Everybody's hearing. Oh, they beat up some Romans, right? And the sergeant told this word unto the magistrate, and they feared when they heard they were Romans. You can't lift a finger on a fellow Roman citizenship. That's some serious accusations, man. Okay? Verses 39. And they came and besought them and brought them out and desired them to depart out of here. Look, man, just get the hell out of here. Go, you're free. Just go. Once again, Paul, using wisdom, right? You can say whatever you want. Guile, hey, it's guile is no sin. There's no law that says you can't use guile. And here he is, Paul getting set free. For what? For using wisdom. So what was he doing against a fellow King Agrippa? He was using the wisdom of Yahweh Shem Yahushua he gave to the Israelites and trying to get free. That's it. Because you can say, well, he said he wanted to be a Christian. Hold on. Paul is a master of the law. So Paul has to know the book of Obadiah. So let's just get a little understanding of the book of Obadiah. Let's see. Let's start with verse 10. Remember, this is about the Edomites. Agrippa's an Edomite. Obadiah 1 and 10. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. In the day that thou stoodest on the other side, which is in the Babylonian captivity, the Edomites were helping the Babylonians catch the Israelites, the Jews. In that day, the strangers carried away captive his forces, and foreigners entered into his gates, and cast lots upon Jerusalem. Even thou, even you, Esau, the nation of Edom, was as one of them. But thou shouldst not have looked on the day of thy brother in the day that he became a stranger. Neither should you have rejoiced over the children of Judah in the day of their destruction. Neither should you have spoken proudly in the day of their distress. Thou shouldst not have entered into the gates of my people in the day of their calamity. Yeah, thou shouldst not have looked on their affliction in the day of their calamity, nor have laid hands on their substance in the day of their calamity. And let's get to the point. Verse 15, for the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thy own head. Well, what is that reward? Let's go to verse 18. Everybody loves this. Obadiah 1 and 18. Remember, Paul is a master of the law. And the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble. Right? Like hay. And he shall be kindled in them and devour them. And there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau. Why? For the Lord has spoken it. And again, Paul knows this because what did he write in Romans? You know where I'm going. Romans 9 and 13. As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. See, Brother Paul just was using wisdom. He was using what? What does the name Jacob mean? Supplanter. He was just acting what his name is, man. Being wise and using what was at his artillery, of his hands. Remember, he got out of situations because, hey, I'm a Roman. Oh, I'm a Hebrew. I'm an Israelite. Right? I'm Hebrews of Hebrews. So there you are, brothers and sisters. Just so you know, that our brother Paul, he was a master of the law. So he knew what's going to happen to these so-called Edomites. You think he wanted him to be part of them? He knows that God hates their guts forever. And in there, we're going to see it in the kingdom of heaven. Okay? We're going to see these bastards in the kingdom of heaven. Alright? Just so you know, that is going to be our kingdom. Our paradise. That's a time for us to be fruitful and multiply. Not here. Just so you know what time it is, brothers and sisters. Soon, very soon, right? Babylon is falling. Call halal Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai Barakatham Rakakadash. Stay prayed up, brothers and sisters. We're almost at the end of this. He that have ears, let him hear. Shalom.